Alright guys, jumping right back into League for Teleport Sphere, and good morning. We're in round 9 this time. We got the Ronso Fangs taking on the Bhed Psyches, Luca Beast taking on the Luca Goers, and we are taking on the Luca Goers. So let's jump in here real quick. I mean, we got everyone in the same position, so it looks pretty good. We just got to set up for whatever techniques we want to learn. That really is just like the main thing. Okay, that's actually bad. We can't have Nimerick tech copy that, because if the sphere shots do happen, like last time, Nimerick's gonna prevent anyone else from learning because he's such a low level. It's gonna be a huge hindrance. So we don't want that to happen at all. Alright, then Barrick's going to push forward here. We're mostly just going to try to open up Eager if we can. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. That's all we really can do, right? Pass to Eager. I don't know. We probably should give Blappa a little bit more love too, because he's severely underleveled compared to Eager. But I don't know. At this point, I just want to make it, right. Roddy with 23 catch though. I mean, that's not good. Like, that's actually pretty bad. So that's 100% doable, right? Like, we could definitely, you know, do something to make that in our favor. Yeah, you got Grave here pushing right side here. I mean, it's an iffy tackle, and more often than not, Grave will survive that, but we gotta try for it, right? Like, that's the whole thing. We gotta at least give the solid effort. So you got Bixen pushing left side here. This is okay. I don't know. I feel like at this point, like, I genuinely don't worry that much about this team. The Luca Goers, they're just not they're not a fearsome team, right? Like, they really are kind of just in a bad spot, and that spot never really gets better. But yeah, let's push up here. I'm gonna take the tackle, and then let's hope Blappa can make it. I mean, he really doesn't need that help, right? He really doesn't need that experience. Looks like he will miss. No volley shot. I think Eager has volley shot 2 equipped. I might be wrong on that. So Eager's gonna be the one. He's got better tackle. And we're gonna have a second option, or opportunity, if you will, to make it. So let's see what we can do. Venom Tackle comes out. I mean, I know I can't learn Venom Tackle, mostly because, like, if any tackles were available, I learned them for the most part. Like, I've been baiting tackles is super easy. Baiting other techniques like shots and such are not so much. They involve a little bit more work. They're a little bit more struggle. So there's definitely a lot to it. Alright, well, we're going to try that Nap Tackle 2 again. See what we can do. I will say a little bit, well, not really unrelated, but I have had a tough time recording this weekend. I don't know why, but I've just been really tired. So, I think this is Thursday's video and it's Sunday. I recorded about like 7 or 8 videos yesterday, I want to say. Normally I record, like, when I do like a recording day, normally I record like 10, 11, or 12, something like around that amount, right? I'm trying to finish up the Blitzball today. I did over record on the Let's Play for Final Fantasy IV a few weeks ago, because I was really, I mean, it's just been a fun game so far. So it's that's kind of recorded up. I don't know. I think I've been poor on my my time management to a degree. Probably that's probably the biggest hurdle. I don't know. I have worked a bit more hours. I think I worked 55 last week, so it was. I mean, it was more than. I don't normally work like that long. I try to keep it around 40 because You know, you got to have that work-life, personal hobby balance. So you got to have it all. You got to have everything in your life balanced out to a certain degree, to be healthy mentally, I feel. So try not to do that, but sometimes you got to. Sometimes you gotta. Sorry, that was a dumb joke. That might have been a pun about Gotta's name, but sometimes you gotta. Sometimes you lose it too. I don't know. I don't know where this conversation's going. There's the cringiest jokes over here. It sort of works though. Sort of works. That is actually one thing I will commentate, and this is a full spoiler for Final Fantasy X. That's the one thing I didn't like about Final Fantasy X. Like, one of the things is, like, in 10-2, like, they just had to write out all these people because you had so many optional choices, right? So, like, you could choose whether X person died or this person died or that person did this or that. So they had to write out, like, oh, they don't exist anymore, because it depends on what you chose as the player. I think Square's gotten a lot better about a lot of things they've messed up. Specifically, like, the named, like, main character. I think it makes sense that, you know, they just name their characters now, because 10-2 is really awkward when they just, like, would pause and be like, was that him? And it's like, you just say his name, but he doesn't. Tidus doesn't have a name, right? It was silly. A little bit of experience for us. Nice. And we're just gonna keep the same rollout. I think that makes sense. But yeah, no, it was just a little bit odd, right? Because that's not how you would normally speak about someone, at least in the English language, right? Like, you wouldn't never reference them by name. You wouldn't say, like, him, was that who I think it was? Like I guess you would, but, like, for the whole game, it was awkward for a while. I don't know. It's definitely a lot better. Like, I'll give an example of this, like Final Fantasy 12, because that's, like, the one immediately, like, after, right? I mean, I think 11 is the MMO, but like, in that game, you'll have Penelo, and she'll yell Vaughn's name, like, to get his attention, but she doesn't just yell "Hey" across the city, because everyone's gonna look, right? Like, it's more natural to be like, you know, John or whatever, whoever you're trying to get your attention of, right? Than to just say him or you or hey, or I don't know. It's such a nitpicky thing on my part, I think, but it makes it a lot cleaner, right? It makes it feel more natural. Because I don't know a lot of people that would, like, speak in that manner, right? Like, whenever someone tries to get my attention, they don't yell "Hey you," they yell my name. Yeah, it was just a little bit awkward. So I'm glad that they're going with the names and stuff now. Oh man, 7 Remake would have been really rough if they didn't use Cloud's name. Like, if they just, like, you name him, and then, like, you just had to, all the dialogue was messed up because of it. That would have been tough. I'm glad they didn't go that route. It's a lot better the way it is now. I don't know, it's a struggle. I mean, when you're initially text-based, of course, it doesn't matter, you can do whatever you want. But when you add, like, voice actors and things like that, it gets a little bit rougher to actually discern, you know, proper dialogue with custom names. It's a lot harder. Yeah. So that's good. But yeah, no, I think today I'll be recording some of this, and then I'll be maybe recording some Final Fantasy IV. Should be a good time. We're swimming through these series though. I do have a lot on the backlog to get to. I feel so bad, and I always mention it, but I gotta start doing the challenge videos again. I haven't done those in quite a while, so I've got to jump on those again. But I haven't. I've been replacing their slot with the journey videos. Which, like I said, they are, you know, the journey videos we're doing really well in terms of like, getting through the journey fairly rapidly. Like, I think we are, right? Like, this is a pretty quick journey. Like, I don't know, it feels, to me at least, like we've done a lot in a short amount of time. So it's cool. And then But we do need to do other content stuff. I think in 2 weeks, yeah, 2 weeks I'm not working for about a week. So I'll be doing a lot of the custom content then, I think. I don't know, I've got some family stuff to do, so, you know. You gotta say hi to the family. You can't just you can't just ignore them. But once we get that done, we'll record some. I'm still working on some Final Fantasy IV content, not the Let's Play, specific like video content. So that should be good. I was thinking about doing some other stuff for this one. I need to think about how I do it, because I need to beat Final Fantasy X again to record some content, because I don't have saves in the slots I need them in. Plus, it also fulfills another thing I wanted to do, which was, I don't think there's a full like Excel doc with every single save location and storyline location for like when you're save editing, right? Because there's a code associated with every session in Final Fantasy. So there's three areas. I think it's what are the 3 areas? It's like spawn point, story progression, and save point, right? Or maybe it's just 2. Maybe it's just like spawn point and story progression. So when you save, there's like a certain number associated with that. So it's like, oh, you're at save 57 and your story progress is 124, and the game knows what that is. So I need to like save at every point in every bit of the story and make a full like document for how you do that, because if I do that, then I can share that online and just be like, hey guys, like if you ever want to play any part of Final Fantasy, like this is exactly the formula, right? If you do these codes, you will be at this point in the story and you will be doing this thing. And it's kind of fun, right? Like it's cool that you can I don't know, it gives people more options. It would help me out at least as well, making content. You'd have to edit your levels, of course. Your levels would be the base level. And you'd have to edit some party members too, maybe. But there's options. But anyways, we take out the Goers. Blappa levels up. All is good with the world. He's got more HP and endurance. So that's not too bad. So Psyches 4-1 the Fangs. Beasts and Glories tie it up. And we take out the Goers 8-0. Not too shabby. Perfect. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And when you come back, we're going to be playing more Blitzball. Until next time.